There we go. Oh, all right. Yeah, here we go. Good morning, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes Morning Sports Talk. I, of course, am the brofict one, AJ. Good morning. Happy Friday, February 16th, 2024. We made it. We made it to the weekend. Before we go any further, though, do just want to send a special shout out to my fiance. Happy birthday today. I don't know what we're doing. We're going to have a good time, though. That's all that matters. But we got a lot of picks today. A lot to get into. NBA, college basketball, NHL. You got the Genesis Invitational going right now, and the PLL. That's right, Professional Lacrosse League Championship Series going on right now. Those finals tonight. We will be handicapping that as well. And, do you just also want to take a moment, shout out to our 432 incredible followers here on Rumble, something like 240 some on the YouTube. We appreciate each and every single one of you and the viewers on X right now. What is up? If you like what we're cooking, hit that like button. Let us know. It helps out a lot more than you know. Before we get into the picks, I know I'm doing a lot of before stuff, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a little scatterhead today. I've been sick the last 2 days. I just took some medicine. I got a NOS in front of me. I haven't had an energy drink in like 4 months, and so we might be a little wired today. We might be jumping all over the place, but hey, we're going to get her done. Oh, sorry. But do just want to take a moment, and I think we need to take this moment for the good of sports history. Yeah, absolutely. The good of sports history. And I'm obviously talking about the unbelievable, undeniable, extremely talented, and I don't have an issue saying this, arguably the best women's basketball player to ever touch the court. You're looking at Iowa's Caitlin Clark. Congratulations to her for breaking the NCAA women's hoop scoring record. She did that last night, about 2 minutes into the game. And when I tell you she broke the record from the logo. I mean, it might not have been the logo, but like it was 2 feet in front of the logo. It was a shot from Dan Tan to get the scoring title there. So again, congratulations to Caitlin Clark. Unbelievable run Iowa is going on right now. They're number 4 in the country right now, and they're a team that I could see making a very nice deep run come March, coming next month. I forget, we're almost done with February already, and we're getting into March Madness and everything. But I mean, really, I've said this multiple times. I don't know if I've said it on air, but whenever I'm talking with my buddies or my fiance and they ask me about women's sports, I always bring up Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark is exactly where women's sports is going to go. And I'm beyond excited for it. Caitlin Clark, wherever this woman goes to play basketball, she sells out an arena. And this is college women's basketball we're talking. Do you know the last time a professional women's basketball team sold out an arena? I would have to go take a look, and I'm sure they did. I'm sure some finals for some team, they broke that. They were able to sell it out, or quote unquote sell it out for the tickets that were available. But that's the problem with the WNBA. The WNBA doesn't have that name. Doesn't have that person. And, I might be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out. I might be a little naive. Thank you. Naive to women's basketball and everything like that. But when you keep hearing a name, they got a guy or a woman, excuse me. And that woman is Caitlin Clark. I believe this is her last year of eligibility. If it's not her last year of eligibility, I am sure the NCAA would grant her a waiver to stay in there, because she is making them a shit ton of money. And plus, she's probably making more money right now than she would even dream of making in the WNBA. But it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But whichever team she goes to next year, whichever team is great, is lucky enough, let's say, to get her, that's going to be a team. That's going to be a team, because you do not see an athlete, you do not see someone like Caitlin Clark, like Angel Reese, come out of the woodworks that often. And the fact that college basketball has 2, in-home names that everybody kind of knows, that's a huge win. Huge win for women's basketball. Huge win for college women's basketball. And I'm beyond excited to see what Caitlin Clark and them do. I'm beyond excited to see what they do come in March. But sorry again. Shouldn't have gotten that worked up. Now I'm coughing. My bad. But seriously, if If WNBA doesn't want to lower the hoops, if the WNBA doesn't want to make the game more enjoyable with a couple of very easy fixes that we've talked about on this show, that other shows have talked about at much. And again, it's not a disrespect thing. It's just a entertainment thing. You know, people love watching dunks. People love watching close, high-scoring games. That's not what you get in the WNBA. It's just not. And so I've said, hey, you just lower it half a foot. You don't even need to lower it a full foot. Lower it half a foot so we can see more people dunk. Oh, but they've all been training on this hoop, blah, blah, blah. They are professional athletes. They can adjust. I promise you they can adjust. So, again, beyond excited for what Iowa and Caitlin Clark are going to do this year come March. Beyond more excited to see what Caitlin Clark and everyone gets done. What Caitlin Clark gets done in the WNBA and becomes like the poster child for the WNBA. Excuse me. But enough Caitlin Clark talk. Let's get into some of the games today. Let's get into a lot of games today. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I always like to look at Fridays as probably the best opportunity in sports gambling. You know, not because the books are lazy or anything like that, but because, you know, this is your opportunity to go into the book and not pay for drinks the rest of the weekend. You know what I mean? Like this is that time where you can get in there, get in there, get some money, not pay for drinks again this weekend. So that's the goal. We'll see how the book is speaking to us today. We're going to start in college basketball. Getting it going there. Man, I can't believe Purdue. Side note, I cannot believe Purdue came back yesterday. I really thought Michigan had their number. Minnesota, had their number. That's what it looked like to me. Also, if you can hear the music in the background, shout out to Two Friends. They just dropped Big Booty 24. And this is my first time really listening to it. And it's been pretty solid. So shout out to Two Friends. Please come DJ my wedding. All right, let's start it off in the Ivy League. We're going Harvard against Big Red Cornell. Cornell 8.5, a 9-point favorites, 156.5 is the total. I don't really mess around with the Ivy League that much. But when you see an absolute mismatch like this, you got to jump on it when you can. I'm going to be taking Cornell minus the 9 here. Harvard's had a solid season, and I think they're going to do very well. They might be competing for one of those, outside, 12, 13 seeds, but I'm sorry, 11, 12 seeds, but I'm not overly impressed by them. So we're going to go with Cornell, Big Red here. Going to stay off Canisius and Marist. Ooh, Villanova, Georgetown. Villanova, 10.5-point favorites here on the road. Georgetown, they're on a 9-game losing streak right now. Villanova, they're just kind of flip-flopping. Just got a big win against Seton Hall a couple of days ago, which always looks good. Seton Hall is a solid team, I think. We're going Villanova minus the 10.5 here because Georgetown absolutely sucks. Burn it up, you baby. What other games catching my eye? A lot of mid-majors today. That's Fridays for you in college. All right, we're going to have to get comfortable with uncomfortable numbers here. All right, Iona and Manhattan. 13-point favorites here, Iona. Lost their last game to Canisius, but they are 4-1 besides that. Manhattan, on the other hand, 1-4 in their last 5. And you can see why. Manhattan absolutely stinks. We're going with a lot of favorites, heavy favorites today. 13-point favorites there. We're going with Iona. Let's go to the last game on the slate for today. New Mexico, San Diego State. San Diego State, 6.5-point favorites at home. 152.5 is the total. Man, San Diego State's a solid team. I don't want to take anything away from them. San Diego State is a solid team, and they play some damn good defense. However, this New Mexico team only knows one switch, and that's on. A lot of points in this game I'm seeing. I'm going to go with the over in this game, and then I'm going to New Mexico plus the 6, sprinkle that money line a little bit. I do like this, whatchamacallit, the San Diego State team. They're just not as good as people think they are. They're not as good as they have been in the past, and I think they're going to really show that here today. So give me New Mexico plus the 6 over 152.5, and that is going to be our college basketball slate for today. Cornell minus the 9, Villanova minus 10.5, Iona minus 13, over 152.5 in that game. In New Mexico and San Diego State, and then New Mexico plus the 6. Love to see it. Love to get the day started that way. All right. We got a big slate tonight. No, we got one game in the NHL tonight. Uno. Just the one. All right. UNM. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong thing. What the hell? Carolina Hurricanes. Arizona Coyotes. Coyotes 1.5-point dogs at home. And for good reason. I mean, hey, this Hurricanes team is not one to mess around with. Hurricanes won their last meeting 3-1. They're covering that 1.5. Hey. I'm going to roll with the Yotes plus 1.5 here at minus 140. I think the Coyotes have been playing better hockey as of late, tighter hockey as of late. Not getting completely blown out by some teams they should have gotten blown out by. But yeah, I'll go plus 1.5. So sorry. I should probably just mute. That's right. I forgot there is no NBA on today because we got the All-Star weekend coming up. Celebrity game tonight. We'll talk more about that stuff later. I think all the contests and stuff happen tomorrow, right? Yeah. All right, so we'll stay off of that. Let me get to lacrosse because we do have the PLL championship series coming up today. For those of you who don't know, who have not tuned in for a long time, I love lacrosse. I've never played lacrosse. It's a fun sport to watch when football's not on. Ring a bang, oh no, hell no. Seriously, go listen to Big Booty Mix 24. This is solid. All right, we got 2 games on the slate today. California Redwoods, Philadelphia Water Dogs. Water Dogs, 1.5-point dogs here, the defending champs. Redwoods, minus the 120, minus 1.5 at plus 100. Redwoods coming off of a win, and they've looked impressive. They've looked really impressive in that ball game. Philadelphia Water Dogs, though, coming off of that championship win, I mean, they've got to be feeling good, got to be feeling right. Brought it back a lot of the same players here. Getting them as a short dog here, I'm going to take the Water Dogs minus the 110 on the money line. Again, I like the way the Redwoods play. I think, their last game showed that they're still in there. But this Water Dogs team just has that edge to them. They just got that little edge to them that we really like. And so we're going with the Water Dogs minus the 110. Boston Cannons and the Utah Archers. Archers, 2.5-point dogs here at home. Boston Cannons minus the 170 on the money line. And that's where we're going to be sticking there, minus the 170. Last season, the Archers took a little bit to kind of get rolling, get moving. I think a short tournament like this doesn't play to their strength. So give me the Cannons here, minus the 170. And those are all the picks I've got for today. Looking at Cornell minus the 9, Villanova minus 10.5, Iona minus 13, over 152.5 in New Mexico and San Diego State, plus 5.5 against New Mexico. With New Mexico, you've seen that line drop there. Arizona plus the 1.5, Philadelphia Water Dogs on the money line, Boston Cannons on the money line as well. Nice little 8-leg parlay, plus 13,000 odds. And that's what we like to see on a Friday. That's what we like to see on a Friday. That's a parlay there that can pay for drinks the rest of the weekend. So best of luck. Best of luck to everyone out there. I think that's all I got today. I think that is all I got today. I'm still under the weather a little bit, so we're going to keep it short. Should be live tomorrow to give my best bets and picks for what should be a great day in college basketball. Great day in college basketball. But yeah, hey, thank you all again for listening and watching. Shout out again to our 432 incredible followers here on Rumble. And hey, if y'all like what we're cooking, hit that like button. Helps out a lot more than you know. But with all that being said, I, of course, am the Brofect one, AJ, and I'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.